Hello and welcome to another episode of Matthew Answers the Internet, the show here on Watch It Played, where I, with a lot of your help, attempt to answer all of the internet's burning board game questions. The first question I have this month: is it too late by the time this video releases? Who could say? But it's I need a stocking stuffer idea. A little gem that no one has actually bought for themselves perhaps, but you can pop in someone's stocking and go, here's a great little game, here's a gift, the gift of fun, the gift of joy in a small parcel that fits within a sock. That's the whole point of a stocking stuffer. I've got a few I would love to tell you about. The first one is Nana, or its other version. Where are you? I know I have you here somewhere. The other version is called Trio, which got made as well, but they're the same game. There you are, you skunk. Nana, or Trio, is such a gorgeous little gem of a game. I really like the artwork in this one and the original version, but both are fantastic. And the gameplay, it's mind-bogglingly simple in the sense that you've got a hand of cards and you're just kind of asking Go Fish style questions. What's your lowest card? They'll show you a 2 and you'll go, cool, that's great. I already have a 2. That's great. Now all I need to do is find another 2 and I've got one set, a set of 3. Which is why the reprint's called Trio. Because if you have a set of 3, that means you're on your way to victory, because you're trying to get 3 sets of 3, or 2 sets that add up to 7 in the end, so a set of 9s and a set of 2s, essentially, because 9 take away 2 is 7, or just the set of 7. And because you're always asking for people's lowest card and highest card, get to that 7, the set of 7, is ever so tricky and devious. And in this version, very beautiful because the artwork is gorgeous. There's also some cards that are going to be out on the table as well. And there's a big memory element to this. It's like, okay, I already asked you what your highest card was. It was an 8. That was useless and a pointless information for me. I didn't do anything good. So I better remember not to ask you what your highest card is. And the next round you go, what's your highest card? You go, I knew it was an 8. Why did I do that? It's brilliant. It's a wonderful little game. I highly recommend Nana. The next is Inside Job. That's a game from Cosmos. Did you like The Crew? Do you like The Crew but with backstabbers? An Inside Job has got exactly what you want. I love The Crew, and we're a mission-based trick-taking game. And Inside Job, it feels the same way. It's a mission-based trick-taking game. But all the people around the table have roles, and you might be on different teams. And some people want to win the trick, some people don't want to win the trick, and you don't want to win the trick. So you're not playing quite by the rules. And you go, well, they played a 2 last time. They played like a blue card, and they said they didn't have any yellow cards. And they played a blue, but now they're playing a yellow card? They're either cheating or a dirty stinking liar. Probably both. Inside Job is a devious deduction, bluffing, social trick-taking game, which I highly recommend. Volumino is a devious card shedding game. It's just got such a fun little twist on it. It's kind of in the way you play your cards. There's a few other things going on as well, but if I play 3 cards out that are all the same colour, because I'm allowed to do that, a 2, a 3 and a 7, that's not worth what you think it might be worth. It's actually worth 32, because it's the amount of cards that you play times 10 plus the lowest card. So if you were to play 4 4s, it'd be 44. And there's also these jersey cards, which are like even faster, big cards. So you're going around the table playing sets of cards out, trying to manipulate your hand in a way to play the right cards to stay in the longest to win. And the points in this game go up every round. So if you lose the first round, don't worry about it. That really was a round to help you understand how this weird card shedding game is going to play. It's great. I absolutely love Volumino. Christmas Tree is from Taiwan Board Game Design, and it's such a good... They did a game before called Vegetable Stock, which I absolutely loved, and Christmas Tree is one of those games I was destined to pick up at Essen. I remember going over and thought, whatever little card game you've got this time, I'm getting it. And Christmas Tree does not disappoint. It's a game of set collection and trying to fulfill some contracts in a sense. You want to take cards from a Christmas tree design, and if you take from the top row, you get 1 card, fantastic. But if you take from the bottom row, you have to, every row after that, you have to leave a card behind. So this Christmas tree, keep on putting ornaments on it almost as you take ornaments off it, presents from underneath, as it were, if you think thematically. It's just such a smart, quick, simple drafting game. I don't know how to explain it other than it's just fun. It's just a fun little game. And when you deliver your cards, just I'm going to deliver all of these now, I'm going to fulfill this. Everyone has to give up half of the thing that you're fulfilling. So say if you give up snowmen, there's snowmen in this, and you put out your snowmen to get some points, everyone else has to give up the half of the snowmen that they're collecting. So it's a push your luck aspect. Christmas tree, I really recommend. And the final stocking stuffer I would recommend is another game I picked up at Essen. Can I do this without devastating? Romy Rami. Romy Rami is a gin rummy style game, but for gamers. It's kind of a game that you can teach absolutely anyone, but is also satisfying for gamers because it's rummy. You're trying to make these rummy hands of cards. You're trying to fulfill contracts, but there's a couple extra elements going in. There are contracts where, you know, you want to have a run of cards or so on and so forth, but there's a suit on the cards that's on the contracts. So the cards that you use to fulfill that contract that are also the suit that it really wants get you bonus extra points. It's brilliant. I played this all the way through at Essen, and then me and Paula played again on a train in Germany. It's really wonderful, and I think one to look out for. I really like this from Randolph Games. That's my belated list of stocking stuffers for Christmas. What games do you think are absolutely fantastic stocking stuffers? I love to know because those are the games I love the most. But for something else I love truly deeply from the bottom of my heart, it's the sponsor for this month's episode, the people who in part helped make this episode possible. The next question is, what did you get on Black Friday? Yeah, we have Black Friday here. It's not just an American thing. In fact, it's everywhere. It's permeated the culture of the globe like a virus. But Black Friday, that time of the year after Thanksgiving, isn't it? It's like just the day right after Thanksgiving that everything goes on sale, or does it? And it's a good chance to buy stuff that you wanted or to buy stuff for Christmas. I don't believe in the sales. And that's not that I don't like getting a bargain, because getting a bargain is almost my favourite thing in the whole world. You should see me at a convention, scouring the bring and buy. I'm known for it. I love it. But seeing a game be $50, then $50, then $50, and then the week before Black Friday it's $70, then on Black Friday it's $50, marked down from $70, and everyone thinking that's a deal. I don't buy into it. I don't get it. And I've seen loads of people that, I mean, there are genuine sales. I do get that. There are genuine sales. But most often it's the stuff that they couldn't sell. It's the stuff that people didn't want, you know? So just with board game sales, I'm just incredibly, maybe I'm just a bit conspiratorially minded, but I'm just trepidatious about sales. So this year I got nothing in any Black Friday sales, but I tell you what, I saw a bunch of people who did get a bunch of stuff. People who got things that seemingly they really wanted and for prices that they were happy with. And if that's the case, then that's brilliant. I actually have on my computer, it's powered by Honey, which is like a spend things on the internet and earn points, and then once in a blue moon, you've earned enough points to get like a $10 voucher off on Amazon or something like that. And it tracks prices. So you can go onto a website and it'll tell you the history of the price of that. And that has just destroyed my faith in humanity. It really has, especially around Black Friday and stuff like that. In the UK, we have the January sales. That's the big sales. And perhaps I'll trawl through. I'll be honest, I went on a couple of websites, board game sellers in the UK, and I did have a look through. And I did see a few things, but nothing that I thought I should spend my money on this. And certainly nothing that I thought, oh, now I should spend my money on it. Stuff that I was like waiting to buy. It was like, oh, that game that I had not considered buying is now so cheap that I would consider buying it. But if I hadn't already considered buying it, do I need it? That's a question I keep on asking myself with all board game purchases at the moment. It's, do I really need this? Really? Will it bring me the joy I'm after? But what did you get in the Black Friday sales? I'd love to know what I missed out on. What were the best buys and deals, and where did you get them so people can know where to look maybe in the future? I'd love to see that down below. And the final question, this festive, did I say Merry Christmas to everyone? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. There's lots of holidays around this time of year. Have a good one, whatever you celebrate. Is, does a new edition of a game annoy you? Does it ruin the original? Try not to let these things annoy me. There are some times that they do. If I've just, I don't know, hunted down a board game for years, finally, to double the price of the actual game, and then I find out 2 days later, oh, it's getting a reprint. Damn it! I tell you. That has happened to me more than once. I'll say that much. But it doesn't bug me that much, right? Because I want the game to be available for everyone. I got a game called Fjord, which I hunted down and hunted down. My version is in Dutch. It took literally years to find. And then the new edition of Fjords gets announced with new artwork and all that. But it didn't bug me enough to be angry. You know, I still have never played the game. I'll say that much. But I can see how it could bug you. But we aren't soothsayers. We don't know, do we? We just don't know. It doesn't matter how entrenched you are or in the industry of board games or in the hobby. You don't know what backroom deals are being made to bring this game back to life. I do find something quite funny, and it's actually not very nice, but when you hear the slight rumblings of, I think El Grande is getting a reprint. Like El Grande, it recently got a reprint. It's like, oh, I think it's going to get a reprint. I think it might be. And then all of a sudden, a slow swell of Facebook posts of people selling their old box of El Grande, which people were holding on to for years and years, trying to sell it for £100, £200, and now they're worthless because people want the new edition. I think there's a lesson to be learnt there. You know, in Magic the Gathering, there's a list of cards from some of the original sets that will never be made again, never be reprinted. This comes with its own drama, but it's called the reserve list. So holding on to a card from the reserve list is almost good enough as a guarantee that the card is never going to absolutely tank in price. But that same thing isn't true in board games. That holding on to a game, the price is always going to go up slowly but surely, because these things happen, things get reprinted. I mean, sometimes there's like a game with a certain IP attached and then no one's ever going to be able to get that again, but the game itself might get reprinted. It doesn't bother me when a reprint gets made, even if it's a game that I paid over the odds for, because I just want other people. There's a reason I wanted it. It's to play it, right? Because I think it's a good game. And if I think it's a good game, I want other people to be playing it as well. But does the new edition destroy the old edition for me? Does the new Castles of Burgundy ruin my old edition of Castles of Burgundy? No, to me personally, no. It just doesn't. I like my edition of Castles of Burgundy. I also have a thing where the bigger the box, the less likely of the game's going to get played. I think a lot of us have that. But it doesn't take away. The game that really made me think about it, it's like, do I buy this game again, even though I already own it, was La Granja, or La Granja. No one's ever told me exactly how to pronounce that. The new edition got made, and it has a few extra bits and pieces, and it's a game that I absolutely love, I adore. I mean, Castle Burgundy is my favourite game of all time, but La Granja had a couple extra things in there. I was like, oh, do I re-get this? But I didn't, because a friend of mine already has the reprint with all the bells and whistles, and I can always rely on them to do that. But for me, I love the look of my version. And I have memories attached to my version, tangible, physical memories attached to playing that game with people. And I prefer the artwork of the old version. That's just my personal preference. But I can see how a reprint of a game can make it go, oh, come on. I get that. What reprints have made you really happy? What reprints made you really angry? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for another year of Matthew Answers the Internet. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I'll see you in the new year. Have a wonderful, safe and merry holiday season. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you next year.